legit propaganda. This is an instructional video about how to drive a stick shift / manual transmission automobile.
When you're done with this, you'll be able to blaze by and get all the girls you want. This video is broken into several parts for your convenience. If you would like to jump to any one of these different parts, click on the links right here. So you might be asking yourself, why should I drive a stick shift?
Well, there are tons of reasons why.
Really?
Really. They go faster. It's cooler. You're in control. It's easier to work on!
You can get pussy.
They make pretty noises.
So now that you're convinced that you should get a stick shift, let's show you how to drive. The first thing you're going to notice when you get into a stick shift is that there are 3 pedals. The one on the right is the gas, and the one in the middle is the brake, and then the new one on the left is called the clutch. You're also going to know that there is a stick shifter in your car. That's used to tell the car which gear it should be in. Anytime we want to make a gear change, whether it be from neutral to first, first to third, or third to neutral, we need to use the clutch and the stick shifter combined. So after you have your seat adjusted, the next step is to start the car. Now, the first thing you want to do before you start the car is make sure that the gear shifter is in neutral. You'll know it's in neutral because it's in the very middle and you can shake it back and forth. Once you know it's in neutral, push your left foot all the way on the clutch and start the ignition. And there we go, the car started. Now, let's talk about putting the car into motion. The first thing you want to do before you put the car into motion is make sure that the parking brake is disengaged. Now, for this step, we're going to only use our left foot. We're going to totally remove our right foot from this whole step. So, we're going to take our left foot and we're going to push it all the way in on the clutch. We're going to shift the gear shifter into first gear, and we're just going to slowly let go of the clutch. And you're going to notice that the car begins to go when it hits the friction point, or when the gears touch. Now, I can take my right foot and push it on the gas to go faster, and push it on the brake to go slower. Pretty cool, huh? Now, if I wanted to stop completely right now, I would stall the car because it's in first gear, and going 0 miles per hour is too slow for first gear. So what I need to do before I stop the car is to push on the clutch with my left foot all the way in, and then push on the brake with my right foot. That way you get a smooth, clean stop without stalling. Notice that the gear shifter is still in first gear. Well, that's okay because I have my left foot on the clutch, which means the gears are disengaged. Remember that if you don't want to hold your foot on the clutch while stopping, all you have to do is shift into neutral.
So is there a way to start your car faster without having to slowly let go of the clutch?
So after you've mastered starting and stopping, it's time to get a fast start. Well, this is going to involve using both of our feet for the start. So what we're going to do is push in the clutch with our left foot and shift the car into first, just like last time. Now, we're going to rev the RPMs up to 2 to 3,000 RPMs. Once the RPMs are this high, I can drop the clutch faster because the engine's going faster. We can make a much faster start. Pretty cool, huh?
So how in the world am I supposed to know when to change the gears?
A manual transmission works a lot like a bicycle with gears. For instance, I need a low gear to make it up this hill here.
If Sanishal doesn't end up switching to a higher gear before he goes down the hill, he's gonna burn out his legs.
I need a higher gear!
Now if Sanishal switches to a higher gear before going down the hill, not only will he go faster, but he won't have to work as hard. you know the time is right to shift when the RPMs get too high. So as you can see, I'm going pretty fast in first gear, and I can hear that the engine is working a lot and the RPMs are really high. So what I want to do at this point is shift into second gear. In order to shift into second gear, I need to first put my foot on the clutch and push it all the way, take the gear shifter and shift it down to second, and then release the clutch with my left foot. You can release it pretty fast. You don't have to do it really slow. If you don't know how to read the RPMs yet, a good rule of thumb is to shift into second gear when you're at 20 miles per hour, shift into third gear when you're at 30 miles per hour, and fourth gear when you're at 40. Usually, when you're on the freeway or you're going 60 miles, it's a good idea to switch into fifth gear. The reason why it's so hard to start a stick shift on a hill is because you're using both your feet already on the clutch and the gas, and you don't have a foot to hold on the brake. But there are a few tricks that you can use when starting out that'll help you and prevent you from going back too far. First trick is to pull the e-brake. That way, when you let your right foot off the brake, your car won't slide back. Then, when you engage the car in first gear, and you're certain you have it, you can slowly let go of the e-brake, and you'll go forward. Remember, the best way to get good at a stick shift is to practice over and over again. Another good way is to keep watching this video. If you feel that we suck at teaching, then click this link right here and it'll direct you to another video that shows you how to operate a manual transmission automobile. There was a oh, did he just hit the curb! He hit the curb! Hey guys. You guys don't know how to drive.
What are we doing next?
You guys don't know how to drive and drift.
Or go up curves properly.
Watch our videos on YouTube and you might understand. Just
Dude,
kidding.
I want to check out what kind of TC this is.
Just a dude, Scion TCs. They're like, it's like a hot girl without boobs. That's the best way to describe a Scion TC.